Chapter 3. Your perspective isn't the only one, but nice try. If life were a solo game, your perspective would be the only one that mattered. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the day, we live in a world filled with other people, each with their own completely unique way of seeing things. And here's the kicker: every single one of them thinks their perspective makes the most sense. That's why debates over politics, religion, and whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie can go on forever because people aren't just arguing facts, they're arguing entire lived experiences. How other people's perspectives shape your reality. From the moment you're born, your perspective is being shaped by the people around you. Your family, your culture, your teachers, and even that weird neighbor who always had conspiracy theories about the mailman. All of them played a role in forming the way you see the world. And it doesn't stop there. Every day you're surrounded by opinions on social media, in the news, at work, at the grocery store, when a stranger really wants you to know their stance on self-checkout machines. The result? You don't just have your perspective, you're carrying pieces of everyone else's too. The illusion of right and wrong. Most people assume their way of seeing things is the correct one. But what if being right is just a matter of where you're standing? Consider this: in some cultures, making eye contact is a sign of confidence. In others, it's considered aggressive or disrespectful. A person raised in a strict household might see rules as necessary, while someone raised with more freedom might see them as stifling. One person's loud and passionate is another person's obnoxious and overbearing. None of these perspectives are objectively wrong, they're just different. But because we all assume our default settings are the normal ones, it's easy to dismiss other viewpoints as misguided or irrational. That's where things get tricky. The problem with thinking everyone else is wrong. If you go through life assuming your perspective is the only valid one, you're going to have a bad time. You'll constantly be frustrated by other people's choices, confused by their logic, and maybe even convinced the world is full of idiots. Spoiler alert, it's not. Well, mostly. The truth is, understanding other perspectives doesn't mean you have to agree with them. It just means recognizing that other people's experiences have led them to different conclusions, and their reality feels just as real to them as yours does to you. How to survive in a world of clashing perspectives without losing your mind. Since we can't make everyone think exactly like us, tragic, I know, the next best thing is learning how to navigate conflicting perspectives without immediately wanting to throw something. Assume good intent, even when it's hard. Most people aren't actively trying to be awful. They're just operating from their own perspective, which might be completely different from yours. Instead of assuming someone is out to get you, consider that they're just seeing things through a different filter. Ask, what would make this perspective make sense? If someone's viewpoint seems completely ridiculous, pause and ask yourself, what kind of life experience would lead someone to believe this? It doesn't mean you have to agree, but understanding where they're coming from makes it easier to have a conversation instead of a shouting match. Remember that nobody changes their mind through insults. If calling people stupid actually worked, the internet would have solved all its problems by now. But since it hasn't, maybe, just maybe, there's a better approach. Instead of attacking someone's perspective, try asking questions. Genuine curiosity is far more powerful than confrontation when it comes to opening someone's mind, including your own. Expanding your perspective without losing yourself. Seeing other perspectives doesn't mean you have to abandon your own. It just means you're adding more dimension to your understanding of the world. Think of it like this: if you only ever look at a building from one side, you'll swear it's flat. But if you walk around and see it from different angles, suddenly it's a whole structure. Perspective works the same way. The more angles you explore, the clearer the big picture becomes.